stick with what you're doing. It's always the straight line to success. You're doing something here and you need to get to here. So what's the quickest route? It's from here to here, not here and then you go back and change your program and then zigzag up and change your program again and then zigzag up and change your program again. It's straight through. The problem is with most business owners and people is that what it comes down to is like what business owners should be doing rather than what they've been doing. They're pivoting way too hard. They're getting into electrostatic foggers when that's not an incredible skill set, okay? A lot of these places can just pick up 4 of those electrostatic foggers and they can start doing it themselves in-house, right? Anyone can pick up some Lysol, start wiping things down. Anyone can pick up a little $500 fogger and start spitting things out, right? But what people don't understand is that to make money or to have long-term success, you need to stick with what you're doing. It's always the straight line to success. You're doing something here and you need to get to here. So what's the quickest route? It's from here to here, not here and then you go back and change your program and then zigzag up and change your program again and then zigzag up and change your program again. It's straight through. The problem is with most business owners and people is that they don't give themselves enough time to be able to get through hard times. Like right now, for instance, we're in a hard time, okay? People don't have the money, they don't have the resources, they don't have the energy, they don't have the motivation, they don't have the passion. So the second they get hit in the face by Mike Tyson, which is COVID in this instance, they easily give up and they just say, hey, you know what? What's the next best thing? Hand sanitizer, face mask. I'm gonna go out and sanitize buildings with electrostatic foggers. See, I even considered that. I took a second and I thought about it. I said, hey, you know what? I'm in the cleaning business, especially the large construction space, large commercial space. Maybe I should just start offering this sanitation service because it's interesting and everybody's fucking doing it. Everybody's jumping on it. I don't wanna be the last one to jump on board and that's the new deal. The problem is it's an easy fucking skill set. Anybody can fucking do it and any company can buy a few foggers and they can start doing it in-house. Now, if you wanna make money and you want to win long-term, you want your business to win, you want your employees to win, you have to be prepared to weather the storm. So when the storm happens, you're not preparing the sail and you're tying off the ropes and you're getting everything ready to go. As soon as it hits, what's gonna happen when you start tying off the sails and you do everything as soon as the waves are hitting, you got 100-foot waves hitting you. You got people going overboard, they're getting flopped off the boat, you got sails that are getting ripped off your boat. But what if you planned 6 months prior to that, because you're just a good business owner or you're a good sailor, you made sure that your sail was reinforced with concrete steel, you had the thickest vinyl sail, you had everything in place to handle a 100-foot storm. And so I wouldn't say that my business was fully prepared to handle a 100-foot fucking wave, considering that this COVID thing was a nightmare. But what I will say is I had grit through the whole thing and I stayed true to what I do, okay? And I found out that the marketplace needs what I have still. And because I was able to be patient enough to wait 3 months to see what happens while continuing to do business, I did a slight pivot. I didn't do an entire business change. I just doubled down on one of the services that is working in my business in the time being and waited for the other service to come back. So I replaced my income from the other service in one of my other services, and then as soon as the other service came back, which is coming back now, it jumped in and now we're able to go full blown. You see what I'm saying? But the number one thing that I want to talk about here is don't let yourself fall into this mindset of I'm going to do something easy, because easy doesn't pay. Easy does not take care of your employees. Easy doesn't take care of your business. Easy doesn't grow. You need to be offering a service, or you need to be offering something where it's a skill set. It's something that nobody can do, okay? What we're doing right now is we're doing a 4,000 unit property. It's 2 properties, 2,000 units apiece. These are 5-story buildings and they're facade cleanings. That's at the freaking roof. Not anybody can do this stuff, nor do they have the equipment for it. And even if they did buy the equipment for it, they could not do it in-house. So if you're offering a service right now that's a little too easy, I want you to understand something. Try to add something into your business that takes a high level of skill that somebody just can't replace you, or another business can't just jump in there and replace you. I'll tell you one thing, a lot of the jobs that I do, some of them aren't even bidded on. Some of them aren't even bidded on because it's such specialty work that they just come to me. As a matter of fact, the projects we're working on right now, the 4,000 units, they don't go to anybody else. They just come to me. They just give me the project. The same thing with this big hotel that we're about to do in end of July. Nobody can do the project because of our specialty, unique way of doing it. They have no swing stage. They have no scaffolding where you can jump off the side of the building. So they have to come to us. They're forced to come to us. So, long story short, guys, another thing is also offering the service to a certain clientele. If you're just doing residential, and I'm not against residential, I think that that's a good little cash flow thing, but anybody can do residential. I started my business in residential when I had no money, I had no equipment, I had nothing, I had no employees. So anyone, the entry to get into residential is an easy entry. Anybody can access it. The reason why I'm always talking about large commercial contracts is because the money's higher and the entry point is harder to get into, and there's no competition because they don't know how to do it and they can't do it in-house. Bigger project, more money, more skills, more money, right? And so understand what I just said right now, and I hope this helps you. Stick with it. I hope this helps you. Let's get through 2020. Stick with what you're doing. Let's go.